Breaking news. Asylum seekers. Brave controversial death trap barge amidst health and safety concerns. In a polarizing move, the first group of asylum seekers have stepped aboard the Bibi Stockholm, a contentious housing barge stationed off England's southern coast. With cramped living conditions labeled as inhumane by campaigners and health experts raising infection alarms, the situation is fraught with controversy. Cheryl Avery, Director for Asylum Accommodation at the UK Home Office, acknowledged legal challenges to the plan, asserting, "Accommodation is offered on a no-choice basis." The vessel was intended to accommodate 500 adult men, sparking fiery debates and scrutiny. Safety concerns have been sounded by groups including the UK's Fire Brigades Union, who dubbed it a death trap. UK Health Security Agency's CEO, Jenny Harries, warned of respiratory infection risks in tight spaces. Amidst mounting tension, the agency plans to assess the barge's infection prevention control. With thousands risking perilous crossings, this move adds a new layer to the UK's refugee policy. Steve Smith of Care for Calais condemned the decision, deeming it inhumane. As this divisive chapter unfolds, the world watches, questioning the true cost of border control. Man arrested for alleged 12-year captivity of wife in France. In a shocking development, French authorities have apprehended a 55-year-old man following his wife's harrowing claims of a 12-year captivity ordeal. The distraught woman alleges repeated assault and rape, but investigators are yet to corroborate her assertions. The distress call originated from Wiesbaden, Germany, as the victim courageously detailed her captivity and torture since 2011. Both German nationals, the couple resided in the Moselle region, France. Responding swiftly, French police discovered the 53-year-old woman in her apartment bedroom. She's now receiving medical attention, with authorities clarifying that her physical condition stems from cancer, not malnourishment or abuse. Despite early reports suggesting a box of torture tools, investigators found no such evidence. An inquiry seeks to unravel the truth behind the woman's claims and her health circumstances. The husband, denying all allegations, faces intense scrutiny as he remains in custody. Stay tuned as this gripping investigation unfolds. Haitians rally against gang violence, demand safety amid rising crisis. In a powerful display of unity and desperation, thousands of Haitians have taken to the streets, shrouded in anonymity, to raise their voices against the escalating menace of violent gangs. The capital city, Port-au-Prince, witnessed an impassioned march on Monday as citizens demanded protection from the marauding gangs that have brought fear and turmoil to their lives. Amid the chorus of "We want security" echoing through the streets, their frustrations became evident. Lives disrupted, livelihoods halted, and children's safety jeopardized. This is the grim reality faced by many. A mother of two, Wileen Joseph, expressed her anguish, stating, "I can't work, I can't go out, I'm like a prisoner in my own home." Since the assassination of President Jovenel Moïse in 2021, gangs have tightened their grip on up to 80% of the city. A haunting 30% rise in violence has been reported this year, with more than 1,600 people suffering death, injury, or kidnapping in just 3 months. Tragically, women and children have become prime targets for abduction, sparking an alarming spike in kidnappings. Even a U.S. nurse, Alex Dorsainville, and her child are caught in this heart-wrenching web, with a staggering $1 million ransom demanded. The marchers, united under the chant, "BWA Kale," referencing a local uprising, vow to resist the menace. As gang-dominated neighborhoods grow, their determination to reclaim their community strengthens. With Haiti's under-resourced police force struggling to contain the crisis, international intervention remains uncertain. The world watches as Haitians brave the streets, shouting for change, demanding safety, and asserting their right to live without fear. The question remains, will their cries be answered? Or will their hopes for a safer future remain unanswered? Breaking news. Colombia's leftist president Petro faces uphill battle amid scandal and stalled reforms. Colombian President Gustavo Petro's once promising tenure takes a downward turn as he grapples with challenges both within and outside his administration. A year ago, Petro vowed to reshape Colombia with bold reforms, but doubts loom as his approval rating plunges by 20 points. Persistent violence by rebel groups and drug traffickers in rural areas and a fractured Congress stalling reforms have left Petro's promises hanging by a thread. Adding to the turmoil, A campaign finance scandal involving his son has dealt a further blow, casting shadows on his capacity to drive change. Colombia expert Will Freeman suggests Petro might be becoming a lame duck president, focusing on symbolic gestures. Amidst the turmoil, Petro marked his first year in office, emphasizing his commitment to change, though challenges remain as he strives to unite a divided political landscape. Tragedy strikes Slovenia. Deadly floods claim lives and unleash havoc. In a catastrophe of unprecedented magnitude, Slovenia is grappling with the aftermath of what its prime minister, Robert Golob, has called the worst natural disaster to ever hit the nation. Devastating floods, triggered by relentless rains, have left at least 6 people dead and wreaked havoc on communities across the country. Rivers burst their banks, engulfing fields and towns, shattering roads and infrastructure in their wake. As a month's worth of rain pummeled the region in less than a day, property damage soared to a staggering $500 million. The Slovenian Environmental Agency confirmed the grim toll, with heart-wrenching images of destruction and despair emerging from every corner. PM Golob, visiting the disaster zones, emphasized the urgency of international aid, with Slovenia requesting assistance from the EU Civil Protection Mechanism and neighboring nations. People will not be left alone, Golob declared, as the government allocated over $10 million in humanitarian aid through organizations like the Slovenian Red Cross and Caritas Slovenia. The call for help extends far and wide, with the Slovenian government seeking heavy machinery, engineering teams, and even military assistance to restore order. Neighboring Croatia has already dispatched a military helicopter to reinforce levees and embankments. As the world watches, solidarity and support surge, orchestrated by the administration of the Republic of Slovenia for civil protection and disaster relief. The response is relentless, determined to mend a nation shattered by nature's wrath. Stay tuned as we closely follow this unfolding tragedy, bringing you the latest updates on Slovenia's path to recovery. This is Trending Now, signing off.